Okay, here's something interesting that comes up more and more. The more AI we see on the streets, the more I see this happening. And I wrote about it in my book, Don't Be a Robot. That's 5 years ago. You write a book about AI that's 5 years old, and this is not relevant anymore. But interestingly, this part, and it's in the title, is still and more relevant. And it's you cannot be a robot, or else you'll for sure be replaced by one. And it comes down to our own programming. This is Connect the Dots, the AI Impact Podcast. I'm Christoph Burkhardt. Welcome to the show. We don't talk about this a lot. That of course we have been programmed, right? So you're born into a world that's full of humans and full of rules and full of things that humans have invented to create rules and train you and make you think certain ways. And of course, everything you learn along the way becomes your database for making decisions about your own life, meaning your algorithms are programmed over your lifetime to experience and to enjoy or to process the world in a certain way, all the way to how you do your job. A job, an organization, a company, those are all made up concepts. And those concepts, they train and program you to think about the world in certain dimensions and certain factors. There are certain factors. There's certain things you have to do. There's certain things you should do. There's certain things you can't do. And those are all things that we internalize. And that internalization is nothing but programming. So while we program ourselves, now, once AI comes in, we notice that, AI is also being programmed to be very good at very similar tasks than what I thought was my job. Now, because I thought this was my job, I always thought, a machine can't do that because that's my job. Now the machine comes in and it does the job, and it does it much better. It does it much better, much faster, much more efficient, and it does it at night while everybody's sleeping. So yes, that's a threat, because out of a sudden parts of my job are no longer part of my job, and we have to rewrite what our job is, meaning we have to let go of the programming that makes us function. And right now we see AI changing the programming of humans and challenging many of the rules that we have taken for granted as concepts that run this world, that run my business. And they're no longer functional. So what we have as belief systems, what we have as internal programming is no longer functional, because AI shows us that the things that we're good at, we're only good at because we believe in these things. And now machines are really good at doing the exact same thing, but way better than we are. What is it in our programming that we need to change so we find out what we're actually good at that the machines can't do? This is the major challenge for the next 5-10 years, to figure out human talent, human creativity, human intelligence, whatever you want to call this. What exactly is it that in our programming we have to rewrite to get to that world in which machines and humans can collaborate? There are certain aspects in our own programming that we have to let go, that we have to rewrite, that we have to decode and then recode. And this is not going to be easy. Programming is incredibly deep. And it's not just that we are getting programmed over one lifetime, because the concepts that we're getting trained in are hundreds of years old, right? So the idea of an industrialized world that's been with us for a while. So the idea that you go to school and you get trained, and this is what we all need an education to function. What? No, who said that? Well, humans said that. Machines didn't say that. The world didn't say that. No one said we needed a school. We said we need schools. So now we have these institutions and we have these organizations, and we have a path of how our life is supposed to run. And this is a program. And many parts of that program don't work anymore in the world of AI. But it's incredibly hard to reprogram yourself. But this is going to be the challenge. Because if we don't, then if we become and stay that program, if we stay that functional individual that we believed has a job and is productive and adds value, but we're in reality an outdated program that's just being replaced by a machine running the same program but 10x, 100x fast, then we're going to be out of an existence because we're staying in a program that's no longer suitable. So our job will be to reprogram ourselves to work with the machine and to figure out what makes us human is not the program that we're trained to think in, but it is thinking outside that program that really makes us who we are. And this is what we need to focus on.